Sam Dean, what's up, Sam? G'day, mate. I'm confused. You complain about how it's a circus. Now you complain that it's boring. Explain what it is you do want, just so I'm clear on it. It's a circus sometimes.
Sometimes circuses can be boring.
Sometimes circuses can be really boring. You ever just see like the same dog riding the same bike around in a corner?
And it wasn't boring because like, oh, they're not talking. It was boring because they weren't bringing up ideas.
Yeah.
They were just talking about nothing.
Right.
And
That's
it was
what's
really boring stories.
That's what I want. I don't want some like, real...
I don't need pyrotechnics here.
No, and I don't need a Real Housewives reality TV dumb argument, but bring up real issues and real stuff. Like when Tulsi called out Kamala's imprisonment record. You know what I mean? Like when they were arguing, when Liz Warren brought up the wine cave thing, and then with Pete, and then Pete, that was valid. And
I'll give you the best example as far as tonight went. When they asked, I think it was related to DACA. And Bernie Sanders was like, okay, this is what I would do. Day one, this is the executive order I would do. Day one, this is the other thing I would do. Day one, and he was just naming all these things. And then Pete Buttigieg told a story about a guy driving in a car with his kid.
Sick of
That's what I'm saying. More of what Bernie did in that, for instance, less of what everyone else does in that, for instance, where they have no. I mean, when they asked Amy Klobuchar about climate change, she just told a story because she had no answer. She has no plan.
That's all they have.
That's what's boring. That's why it's boring.
That's what drives me nuts. All the Democrats have are these dumb stories. I met someone during my 100,000 selfie tour. Bernie said, I'm going to do this policy. I want to hear your policy and your plan. Tell me, explain it to me. If you can't explain it to me, then it must not be very good.
Or you might have taken it from somebody else.
Oh, right.
If you can't explain it, maybe you took it. That's
all they have is, and I was listening to some of the impeachment and the final speeches. And they would go, a Republican would talk, and then the Democrat, and the Republican, and the Democrat. And I hate to say this, but the Democrats did the same damn thing. They just talked about, they had all had some story about my grandparent taught me the difference between right and wrong, and this president's wrong. The Republicans would map out why there wasn't enough evidence for an impeachment. How the goddamn Democrats are making me agree with the Republican Party. That's how awful they are. Bernie is giving me an actual plan. He's telling me how he's going to pay for Medicare for all. He's telling me who he's going to tax and how he's going to do it. He's got a plan for DACA. He's got a Green New Deal. He's got all of these tell me what your plan is. Tell me what you're going to do.
And if they dove into more issues, they would find he's the only one that has a plan for almost everything. And they have a plan for nothing. He has a plan for a high-speed internet for all. He's the only one talking about universal broadband. He's the only one. I mean, isn't it amazing that when it comes to digital rights and big tech issues, the person who is the most on top of it is a 78-year-old guy? I
mean, Andrew Yang, like you say, he's a tech libertarian, and his solution is, I'm going to give everyone $1,000 a month for any problem.
Well, and then his solution is just free market.
It's just free market, which is, the free market will fix it. No, the free market is what caused this apocalypse. Late stage capitalism is a direct result of the free market. But at least tell me at least he said, I'm going to move people to higher ground. It's an awful solution.
I will take the free market argument seriously once the invisible hand gives somebody a hand job. Until that happens,
My point is, that's the closest we can get out of anybody else on the stage for an actual solution, a policy platform. That's what this debate should be. That's why we get so mad. They ask these bullshit softball questions, and most people don't even answer them directly. They either ask ridiculous questions about identity politics or nonsense.
Oh, yeah. Well, I totally blanked on the question itself, but I tweeted this when it happened in real time tonight, and I'm forgetting the question. If anybody in the chat has a better, this is going to be vague, but, you can see the timestamp when I tweeted it. Joe Biden got the most softball question ever in the history of the debate so far. I forget what it was about, but it was just such an insane softball question where they just lobbed it up to him, and all he had to do was say yes.
I know. That's all. They just, what is your plan Tell the American, explain your plan for this, explain your plan for that. Tell us how that's going to give us the policy. Tell us how you're going to pay for it. You know, and I want to hear Liz Warren. I grew up in Oklahoma. I mean, she says she wants to tax billionaires, and she's got 3 different brothers, all different walks of life. And the one thing they agree on is that it's wrong that Amazon made 8 billion or $11.2 billion and paid $0 in taxes, and that makes them mad. Okay, so you're going to tax billionaires, and that's you're going to pay for things. But that's
even Pete Buttigieg brought that up.
Yeah,
he found out about it at one of the dinners he was having.
Yeah,
they told him, they were like, "Hey, we don't pay any taxes.
Yeah, we don't.
Are you going to keep it that way?" And he's like, "My private position will keep it that way, but I got to use this in the next debate."
Yeah, I'll bring this up in the debate, but pass the Chianti.
I gotcha.